Going live on Amazon, and the countdown clock is finished. I just need to do one thing and one thing only, and that is theoretically just waiting patiently for the signal and go live. Okay, so here we are. We're good to go, and I'd like to say good morning and welcome to Lights Camera Action with Stephen on Amazon Live. And also you can see another logo down there. I'm actually broadcasting from BeLive. Okay, gives me a full studio. I can do all sorts of things, which I'll show you through this broadcast, and we'll take it one step at a time. Now, there is another piece of software I actually use, and I'm going to bring that on screen at the moment because it's not just using BeLive. I'm actually using OneStream Live. And if I just change my layout for a moment, you'll be able to see things a bit more clearly as we get going. And let's move to classic and apply. And there we have it. It's fitting together better now. Okay, so hello and welcome to the show. And this is Lights Camera Action. Now this broadcast is about everything that's to do with live broadcasting. I've been live broadcasting now, as a reminder, the other day for 6 years. I was talking to Rose this morning, and we got together on Blab all those years ago. 6 years since live broadcasting actually got going on Blab, and we've been through all sorts of journeys. And if you're watching me live on Facebook, thank you. If you're watching me live on Amazon Live, thank you. And I'm just going to check, and it's going to take a second. Hopefully things will come together. I'm in no rush today. Let's take that off the screen and come to me. Okay, now the thing is, I as you all know, enjoy live broadcasting, and what I've done for this November series is to put together a set. So this set has the background. I'm using XSplit VCam to come in with a virtual background, and I've got everything to fit in with that. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for OneStream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to bring this video up on screen, and it will appear next to me in a second. I know I'm a bit previous, but I just want to say thank you to OneStream for the technology. So what I've done is a short video, which I'm going to play at the beginning of this broadcast before we go down into the carousel. As you're watching me live now, I'm using the Logitech Brio camera, which is down in the carousel. My microphone is the Audio Technica AT2020. Again, that's down in the carousel. If you can't hear me, well, if you enjoy this broadcast, then please do follow me. It makes a lot of difference because you'll get notified of all future broadcasts. And without further ado, as I've said, I'm going to play the video. So I'm going to put the video full screen. And this is basically, I do reviews of software, and this one was a pleasure to do. And I'm just going to switch my microphone off. This is in Wiltshire, England, and I want to tell you what I am thankful for. And I'm thankful for OneStream. OneStream have made a great change to my broadcasting life. I broadcast on Amazon Live, and I also broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And it's thanks to OneStream Live, the ability to act. Well, before I go into that, the more places we can broadcast to, the more people will see our broadcasts. Simple. But how do you broadcast to so many places? Well, OneStream allows you to broadcast to 40 different places. And it's so easy to set up. That's the first thing. It's well designed and easy to use. it allows you to, well, let's delve into what it's all about by going over to the OneStream page, which we will in a second, I assure you. And this is the OneStream page. And I just want to talk about the features that make this so valuable to have in your broadcasting toolkit. And just getting a bit closer to the screen, it's basically, if I go down a little bit further, there we have it. Social media streaming, the ability to broadcast to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch. Okay, now we can send out pre-recorded videos at a scheduled time, which means that we can be broadcasting when we're asleep. You can broadcast anywhere, anytime that you like, and you can have schedules set up as far in advance as you wish. Also, you can broadcast real time, and that means that you can go live to up to 40 different places at the same time, and you can embed, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But we can also have pre-recorded playlists, so you could have a series of 7 or 8 videos which play one after the other. Okay, we can go to custom RTMP destinations. Now this is important because when I broadcast on Monday and Thursday with Nick Wood and Marco Novo, we go live on 2 Amazon live pages, mine and Nick's, mine and Marco's. This is only possible at the moment through OneStream Live. And basically we can store our videos as there as well. But all that I've been able to schedule to 40 places, recorded and live. And if I come over here, there's a built-in HTML5 web player. And that means that we can, I just need to stop. Right, I'm coming back to me. I'm going to share the screen again. And I should appear next to the video. Right, okay, that's the first part of the video, and that's all about OneStream Live. I'll play the rest of the video during this live broadcast. So for a moment, I'm going to hide the video and I'm going to bring this up on screen. Okay, and take me off solo. At least I thought I was going to bring it up on screen. Just a minute. Just give me a second. As I say, we're in the rush today, and it'll be worth the wait, I do assure you. So, okay, so here we have next to me on screen. Let's just cycle through. And this is my Microsoft Surface Book 2. Quite probably the best laptop that there has ever been, until they brought out the Surface Book 3. But I use the Surface Book 2. I've been using it now for about 18 months, and it is a workhorse. The model that I have is, well, it's 16 gig of RAM, which means that it's good for live broadcasting. It's good for playing videos while you're broadcasting, as I did then. It's got 1 gig of RAM. It's got a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it has twin graphics processors. So this is a workhorse. This is your works machine. And it was when it was reviewed, when it first came out. I mean, Microsoft have come a long way with their hardware. I mean, we're all waiting to upgrade to Windows 11 at the moment, best known for their software, but their hardware, style-wise, and also in terms of practical things as well, because as you can see from the illustration, the screen is detachable. So you can press a button on the keyboard, which is the bottom there, and then you can just lift the screen, processors in the screen. So what you now have, depending on the model that you buy, is a 13.5 or a 15-inch tablet. Okay, 6-hour battery life. When you put it back onto its docking station, it recharges automatically as you're actually using it. It's recharging now because my Surface Book 2 is sat to the left of me, and it just simply recharges whilst you're actually using the laptop. So you don't need to wait for it. Now, I just blown away by the power. by the actual power of this machine, and I'm going to go into the carousel. And I noticed I've got a couple of comments. Thank you for your comments. They are most helpful. And that's the new Microsoft Surface Book 2 that's highlighted in the carousel at the moment. Now, the way this works, if you you can see up to, I think, about 35 items in the I'll come back to me. I'll come back to this in a second. There are 35 items in the carousel. If you scroll them, they're all to do with lights, camera, action. They're all to do with live broadcasting. So in the carousel, you will see cameras, microphones, laptops, obviously, because we're looking at a laptop at the moment. You'll see green screens. You'll see mobile gimbals. You'll see a whole host of useful items. Now, a thing to notice, or a thing to note, is that I own virtually 75% of the items that are in the carousel. So when I tell you about an item, it's because I actually use it. Yeah, I'm not talking about something I've never seen or I've only seen a photograph of. I can actually tell you from using it the good and the bad points. And I want to say hello to Corinda. And also, Corinda, when did Microsoft make a new Surface? Soon after I bought mine. Is the answer to that. I bought this one. I bought the Surface Book 2. And I was chuffed with, I still am chuffed with it. It does everything I want it to. It's nary a problem. It runs graphics packages. I can run any software that I like. And it's ideal for live streaming because it's got the twin graphics processors. And it never gets overloaded because it's got 16 gig of RAM. Angelica's machine has got 8 gig of RAM, I think. And sometimes that complains, but you get no complaints whatsoever from the Microsoft Surface Book 2. But that was superseded by, not that one. It's not a computer. That was superseded by the Surface Book 3. Now, the Surface Book 3, which I'm going to try and find in the carousel for you. If you find it before me, if you let me know where it is, that would be good. And I'm sure I've got it in here. Oh, yeah, Microsoft Surface. I've got it in the carousel. Found it. So it's down in the carousel. This is the Microsoft Surface Book 3, and this is a ninja of a PC. It's got 32 gig of RAM. It's got a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's got twin graphics processors, which are better than the ones that are actually in the Microsoft Surface Book 2. And as I say, this came out shortly after I bought mine. And that's the way things go. I mean, I've had good use of Surface Book 2. Surface Book 3 is on my wish list. It's just, well, I'm looking forward to actually using it. I'm more than happy with the Surface Book 2. So I won't be buying a new computer this year unless there are some special deals on Black Friday. Now, just a word. I'm sort of getting ready for Black Friday because Black Friday in the Amazon world is a very special day. So I'm planning 3 or 4 shows for that day because it's the biggest selling day of the year. Now, we face a situation this year. I was talking to Tommy, who's joined me on the show yesterday. The situation this year is that both in the USA and the UK, there is a shortage of delivery drivers. So Amazon always deliver, we know that. I mean, I get regular deliveries from Amazon and nary a problem at all. But if we're planning forward, if you're planning to buy gifts, then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be ordering my gifts on Black Friday. So I know in advance that I've actually got them in time for Christmas. So that's what I'm doing. If you let me know what you're doing about Christmas this year with the delivery driver situation, then please do. You can comment, and I want to say thank you to A. Smith for following me. Absolutely brilliant. Following does make a great deal of difference, and you'll be notified of my next broadcast. And my broadcast has got to be. It's a strange week this week. This week is a strange week, and I'll tell you why this week is a strange week. Okay, in both the USA and the UK, the clocks go back. But normally there's a 5-hour difference between the UK and the East Coast. This week, because our clocks went back on Sunday in the UK, there is only a 4-hour difference, which is why quite possibly you're actually catching me, because normally I go live at 9 a.m. Eastern every day. But this week I'm live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Go figure. I will never understand why we still have daylight savings time, why the clocks go backwards and forwards. If anybody knows the answer as to why clocks go backwards and forwards, then again, please post it in the comment. The whole point of this broadcast is obviously to tell you about Amazon equipment that I bought, and they're all down in the carousel, but it's also to help educate, entertain, inform. Now, I'm a live broadcaster. I've done over 2,000 broadcasts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and my website. And if you have any questions, technical questions, then please do ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. But if I do not know the answer, I will say so. I will ask a friend or find a friend and get the answer from them. And then I'll put the answer on next week's broadcast. Now, if you're watching on Facebook, I'd like to say thank you. I will be visiting all the Facebook pages after this broadcast. My concentration, though, on this particular broadcast is on Amazon Live and the comments made on Amazon Live. So I'm going over to Amazon Live now. And Guy, hello, Guy. Nice to see you. Glad that you found me on Amazon Live. The order I made recently, November 4th, November 10th, go figure. Okay, and I'm going to read that out. The order I made most recently, arriving November 4th, November 10th. Okay, so today is November, checks calendar. Today is November 3rd. Doesn't time fly? And the situation is that between now and Christmas, there is in the US and the UK a shortage of delivery drivers. And we're going to find dates going further and further out. The closer we get to Black Friday, the closer we get to Christmas, the dates will go out. And that's understandable. And and Guy was referring to the delivery shortage, which is what I'm addressing now. The dates will just go out. I mean, we know, as I said, the best thing to do is to order your Christmas gifts on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. We actually have Black Friday and Cyber Monday in the UK now. It's crossed the Atlantic and it is part of our life. And we do look forward to the deals that we get. And I'll be here on Black Friday early, right? Because I'm going to take advantage of the time difference. I'll be here early on Black Friday and I'll be with showing you the top deals on Amazon that day. And Guy's saying, even pay for Prime 2, the 2-day delivery is now it is. That's it. I'm on Amazon Prime 2. I should have put Prime down in the carousel. I'm on Amazon Prime. Basically, I broadcast on Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. So that's first good reason. That's why I got it. I got it because I broadcast on Twitch. The second good reason is the videos. To be able to binge watch a box set on Amazon Prime is absolutely brilliant. And then the third thing is quicker delivery. But we have to remember that there are problems, and there are problems there are problems globally, in Germany, in France, in the UK, problems with deliveries. So when you order, you'll be given a delivery window like Guy was given. And I think this year it is going to be difficult because you've got to remember what we've just come through. And I think it always amazes me that the supermarkets are full. I don't know who runs the logistics for all our supermarkets, wherever they are, but they do an amazing job. And occasionally, like now, they're having problems which they can't paper over. They are genuine problems. There is a shortage of drivers in the UK. HGV drivers, which is heavy goods vehicle drivers, which I know is not a US term, are actually being offered bonuses to sign on. I know that Amazon in the UK are taking on 5,000 extra staff to cope with the demand in the run up to Christmas, because we've got Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and of course Christmas, and this is the prime buying season. Yeah. Now I'm just grateful to be here on Amazon Live and be able to talk about the things that I enjoy using every single day. And I'm just going to go and take myself off solo, and hopefully this will work. Yeah. So there it is. This is the amazing Microsoft Surface Book 3 from Microsoft. It's the most beautiful piece of kit I've ever seen. I've got the Surface Book 2. Surface Book 3 is on the wish list. Just going through the specs again, because they are for a laptop. Yeah. I mean, right. Okay, I'm going to diversify. I'm going to go down memory lane with Guy for the moment. When I got into computing, it was around the time of the Commodore PET and the Apple IIe. That was besides being live on Amazon Live today, I'm a computer programmer, and I've been programming software now for nigh on 30 years. And the computers we had in the day were the Commodore PET and the Apple IIe, and those were groundbreaking. But those machines had 32K of RAM, 32,000 characters of RAM. Graphics didn't exist. You don't. I mean, in such a short space of time, we've gone from text-only machines with rudimentary graphics through to what we have today. I mean, the thing that's driving all this technology, of course, and I bow my hat to and say thank you to all the gamers out there, because it's the gamers who actually drive technology forwards because of their requirements. Machines get faster and faster so that people can play multiplayer online games. And the result is that we are benefiting as normal computer users. The quality of computers over the years, and it's not 64K anymore. This has got 32 gig of RAM. Okay, this can play Amazon Prime whilst you're broadcasting, and it can be processing a video at the same time. Okay, it can multitask. Not like men, it can actually multitask. It can do several things at the same time. Okay, although one of them I wouldn't. Okay, this is it. I wouldn't, whilst I'm live broadcasting, I wouldn't have Amazon Prime playing. I've got to say that. Now, what I have on my own internet connection is this. Okay, so that's Microsoft Surface Book 3 is on my list. I'm just going to go through to here. Okay. I'm going to tell you about it first. This is a British product. If you work from home or I've got a small office, then you have to have Wi-Fi throughout the office. In an ideal world, everything will be cabled with cat cable. Yeah. And you'd be connected to the router directly. Okay. There would be nothing in between. There wouldn't be any Wi-Fi. But I live in a brick stone built property, and there is no way that I would be allowed to drive through wall, to drill through the wall. In fact, true story. I have a friend. Well, I've got many friends who I've met through live broadcasting, and this friend's name is Peter Stewart. Peter Stewart lives in Aberdeen, and he owns a company. This is the advert, Peter. He owns a company, and it's a pest control company called Aberkil, Aberkil. Okay, that's the free advert. And he lives with his partner, and his office is in the garage. And he said to his partner, he said, Linda, I want a better internet. I don't want this Wi-Fi anymore. It's not working. Can we put a cable from the garage into the kitchen? Now, I don't know exactly what happened during the conversation, but the next thing I knew was that Peter came on asking for recommendations for Wi-Fi equipment. And this is the TP-Link Deco. Now I've got one next to me. Angelica has got one in her office and there's one downstairs. So we've got TP Deco everywhere. And just let me catch up with the comments. I'll come to comments in a second. And thank you for everybody who's watching. You're absolutely awesome. I'll come back to the comments in a moment. I've actually highlighted the TP-Link Deco. This is the product that I recommended to Peter. Remember, Peter not lives in a garage. He works from his garage. He runs his pest control business, Aberkill, and he's got bad internet. Okay. He asked to whether he can drill through an outside wall and through the kitchen and then go to where the router is. And the answer to that was possibly no. So he asked for recommendations. And I said, I've been using the TP-Link now for a year. It's absolutely brilliant. Try it yourself. Following day, Peter bought the TP-Link and he set it up. This piece of kit sets itself up. I have to say, the TP-Link Deco, there's an app which goes on your Android phone or on your iPhone, depending on which you've got. And the app directs you through the setup. All you need to do is take one of these units, plug it into the back of your router. That's step one. Okay. Step two, go onto your mobile phone, log in. It will find the TP-Link. It will find the unit. It will then ask you for certain information. You set up a network password, which you save somewhere carefully, write it down. Then once you've got the first unit working, you take the second unit, position it where you want it to go, plug it in, switch it on, and it finds the first unit. And there's a little light on top, which goes green. Okay, so you've got two units in now, and they both work. And then third unit, position that somewhere, plug it in, switch it on, and that links in. And all three are then linked together, and they're linked to your router. Now, as I'm broadcasting now, Angelica, my partner, is a German language tutor, and she's actually delivering German lessons as we speak. So we're sharing the Wi-Fi. And you can tell, hopefully, from the quality of signal on Amazon Live and on Facebook, that we're succeeding in running effectively two live broadcasts at the same time. TP-Link Deco. Now, the story I often tell, and if you've heard it before, I do apologize. Before I got the TP-Link, I had a competitor's networking system. And it's the one where you plug into the mains, and you plug it into the mains in whichever rooms you're going to use the Wi-Fi, and then it all connects up to your router. And we have Amazon Prime, as I told Guy earlier. We have Amazon Prime, and we love watching films on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is brilliant because there's always, every week, there's new films to watch, or you can watch box sets. Best value there is going, because it takes care of Twitch, and it also takes care of deliveries most of the time, as Guy knows. But when we used to do it, play a video, an Amazon Prime video on the old system, a 90-minute video would last 2 hours because of the buffering. Yeah, we got the circle going around the center of the screen. We began to think that was normal. Yeah, that it would take 2 hours to watch a 90-minute film. So, true story, we installed the TP-Link Deco and we've not had a problem. And a 90-minute film lasts 90 minutes. Second true story, the week after Peter in Aberdeen installed TP-Link Deco, he came on our show, which is Blabbing for Britain, which goes out every Thursday morning, has done for the last 6 years. And he said, absolutely brilliant, no problems at all. He installed it himself, followed the instructions. He's got perfect Wi-Fi in his garage. And I've got to be honest here, I'm being honest. When he now comes on screen, he has a perfect picture when he's live broadcasting on a Thursday morning at 10 a.m. in the UK. He has the most perfect picture I've seen, and it's all down to the TP-Link Deco, which is there. So if you are looking for or if you've got poor internet, okay, there is nothing that we can do. There is nothing that we can do about the internet signal that comes into our house. It's outside our control. I live 120 miles away from London, and it's a sort of rural county as well. It's where Stonehenge is and Salisbury and Avebury, but it hasn't got the best internet in the world. And we keep looking out for faster internet coming into the house. Once it's in the house, then you need something to distribute it evenly. And the thing that you can do with a TP-Link Deco from your mobile phone is you can dedicate the signal to an individual. You can make somebody a super user, and if you're a super user, you get the best of the internet. Yeah, and that's basically the TP-Link Deco. It simply works. I've got testimonials about it, and I enjoy using it. I've got to use a photograph because I can't actually move it. A lot of the things I'm going to show you today, I do have physically. Yeah, right. Okay, you are watching, and I'm going to go to the comments now and catch up on the comments. Thank you for watching live. I started with a Commodore 64 back then, so we were reminiscing, Guy and I, about Commodore 64. If you don't know what a Commodore 64 is, Commodore ruled the roost in computers. Commodore 64 was one of the first machines to enable Guy and I to start coding. Rather than on mainframes, we could do it on a Commodore 64. Guy, did you keep your Commodore 64? I wish I had. If I kept the Commodore 64, if I kept every computer I ever had, I could start a museum and make a mint. And those were the days. And say hello to Vulcan. And Vulcan saying, those were the days. VIC-20, C64. We had sprites. Amiga could multitask. It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible. Those things in Swindon, and just one Guy, I remember vividly the first time I saw an Amiga. Yeah. I mean, the Apple machines in those days were state of the art. They were the design. Yeah, Steve Jobs and the design team produced some beautiful computers in that era. Yeah, and Commodore did too. Amiga. Those were the days. Those were the days. I mean, when you wrote software in that time, you had to be aware of not only did you have to write the program to fit in 64K, you had to be able to store the data in memory as well. And I that's when I learned to program. I got the Commodore 64 at $1,000. No, was it Commodore? Yeah. Anyway, I bought my first computer, $1,000 for the CPU and screen, $1,000 for the printer, and $1,000 for the floppy drives. You remember floppy disks? Oh, memories. Okay. If we'd kept that kit, we would be able to open a museum. Speaking of which, local to me, about 20 miles away, is a city called Swindon. And they have a computer museum. And I'll bring a guided tour of the museum with me later this week. So we can actually all sort of go back to those halcyon days when computing was new. I mean, there's always something new to actually explore now. What we can do now, I mean, the fact that I'm broadcasting here from my desktop around the globe at 720 pixels with a high quality microphone. Speaking of which, okay, down in the carousel, and thank you for watching live on Amazon Live. This is Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England. Okay, just talking to microphones. I don't know whether actually, just a minute. Right, so I'm on solo and I can go across here, and thank you for listening. If you are listening, okay, just going to bring this up on screen. If you are listening, please Please unmute to hear my stories. I've got a story for every product in the carousel. Okay, so if you are listening, please unmute. Thank you. And let's go back to switching off over to that. So you'll notice that I've got a new set. It's November and I've got a new set and everything fits in. Okay. Because what I did, I'm just going to go over here for a moment. What I did was this. This is me normally. Okay. This is what I normally look like. Well, on a good day. And there's my green screen. And that's the Fovitec green screen that you'll find down in the carousel. Okay. But I wanted a new look for this season, as it were. So this is this season's look. And what I did first of all was I went over to Unsplash and I got this background. So this background is from unsplash.com, unsplash.com, and they're free. Just an acknowledgement, and they're free by photographers and creators from around the globe for everybody. So I got this background downloaded from Unsplash and I thought that looked good. So then what I did was I uploaded the same background to my BeLive Studio. So I've got, this is the XSplit VCam background. Above me and around me is the background provided by the broadcasting studio where I am at the moment. And then, because you've got to bring these together, this card was actually created on Canva. I love Canva. I've had Canva for many years now, and Canva allows us to create cards, well, all sorts of things actually, but this particular card was created on Canva using the styling that I've got on the background and on the background in the studio. So I brought it all together, and what I'm going to do is this is going to stay throughout November. This is, if you see this anywhere, you'll know that's, well, I best put my name up because you won't know otherwise. Just give me a second. Okay. My name is Stephen Healy. I'm based in the UK, in Wiltshire, about 25 miles from Stonehenge, 25 miles from Salisbury, and about 20 miles from Avebury. So I'm in Wiltshire, which is in the south of England, 120 miles from London. Okay. So I can show my name on screen. Okay, so a reminder. I'm going to take it off again now because I can. So you are watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen from Wiltshire in England. If you've got any questions about live broadcasting, please do ask. Okay, if I don't know the answer, I know somebody who does. And I'm broadcasting here today. I'll bring this on screen, put it full screen. I'm broadcasting here today using BeLive. And don't do it now, but you can just type in be.live into your Chrome browser and go and try it out. And I'm using OneStream Live for content distribution. So that's how I'm broadcasting out to Amazon Live today. But I'm actually broadcasting today. Come back to me. I'm actually broadcasting today to 17 different destinations using OneStream Live. I'm live on Facebook pages, my profile, and on Facebook groups. And say hello to the live video sales group, which I manage on Facebook. And basically, I'm helping people to go on Amazon Live. If you want to know how to go live on Amazon Live, like I'm doing now, then just leave a comment, or I'm going to put this back again. Just contact me. You'll find me. I'm not in the phone book. I'm on Google. Okay, so if you Google me, you'll find me, and just send me a message if possible. Okay, let's go back to comments and okay, and go on. Stephen, do you know a headphone you can use on a PC? Right, say hello. I wish I could show the comments on screen. I wish I could show the comments on screen. I'm just going to check whether down in my carousel, Corinda is a good friend. Corinda lives in London, in England, and he's a brilliant guy. And what he does when I'm live is he prompts me to do things, but not in a direct way, sort of hints that I should actually be showing something. Okay, and I'm looking for a video and I can't find. Wait a minute, just give me a second. Okay, I've got a video about that. I've got a video. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just, while I look for something, let's just go for, because I talked about it a moment ago, we talked about the TP Deco link. If I hide that and share that in the broadcast. Okay, here is a short video describing the TP link. So I'm going to take myself off solo. The video will appear next to me. Okay, so this is, again, we're going back to TP link. We're having a Wi-Fi day. So let me find it in the carousel, slowly but surely. I don't want to zip past it. I know I'm going to. I might have to go through this twice to actually get where I want to go. I've got too many things in the carousel. Okay. Right, okay. This is a short video about the TP-Link Deco, just as a reminder, whilst I go and find something, because Corinda's just reminded me of something. So let's put it full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off. Which actually change your life. Literally. Okay. Some just enhance your life. There are some things, however, which change your life. Now, I live in Wiltshire in England, and we don't have the best internet service yet. We're about 120 miles away from London, and eventually the British Telecom engineers will find that Wiltshire is a county that has got people in it, and they'll come and visit our county and upgrade us to fast broadband. That's my wish. But we used to have, I don't know if you remember, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got a router, and you've got a choice then. You can either cable throughout the house with Cat5 cable, or you can plug into your power socket the little Netgear things, and you can have Wi-Fi around the house. They work. But the problem that we had was that we have got Amazon Prime, okay, and we watch box sets. We're watching Death in Paradise at the moment. We've got Series 7. Quite enjoying it. But if we were to watch a 90-minute film using the Netgear thingies, there's nothing against them, but I'll just use the Netgear, then that 90-minute film would take us 2 hours to watch because of the buffering that takes place. Yeah. So we'd sit there watching that go around, and we thought that was normal. We thought everybody had the same problem. Well, they don't. They don't. Some people do. Right. If you have anywhere near that problem and you want to get the best signal in your house, then you need the TP-Link Deco, which is down below in the carousel. TP-Link Deco is very simple. Out of the box, plug it in, set up one using your mobile phone, and it's so easy to do. So easy to do. Log in, generate a key that everybody can use, give everybody the key, and then they can put it into their computer, they can put it into their mobile phones, they can put it into their Alexas. Yeah. And the Wi-Fi signal is evenly distributed throughout the premises. So I've got one which is about 6 feet away from me. Angelica's got one. I've got one downstairs. And do you know what? When we watch a 90-minute film, it takes us 90 minutes. We've had no buffering on Amazon Prime at all. When we sit down to watch a show like Death in Paradise or NCIS, we can watch the whole show without any buffering. When I go live, as I am now with Nick, then I know I won't have internet problems because I have a good signal. And that's all down to the TP-Link Deco. And back to me. That was virtually seamless. Sorry about that. Technical glitches. One of the things I love about live broadcasting is that things go wrong. Okay. And one of the things that I'm well known for, and I'm just double checking now, is playing a video. And Corinda knows this well, and so does Guy, that I play a video and then forget to unmute at the end of it. I mute at the start of playing a video so you don't get any feedback, any echo. So that bit I've mastered. I always do that. It's a learned skill. But occasionally what I'll do is I'll forget to unmute myself, and I've given some of my greatest speeches ever and nobody heard them because I forgot to unmute. So I'm trying my damnedest to actually unmute every time I play a video. Right, I just want to show you something, because I want to show you this is part of what I do, is I actually spend my time not just on Amazon Live. I teach people how to use things, and I'm going to screen share. Just give me a moment. You'll be worth it the wait. Just don't panic. Don't panic. I'm going to share a window, and that's the window I want. Okay, and I'm coming back to me, and it should be down in my carousel now, and I can bring it up on screen. And come over here, go off solo. I can hide that, go off solo. And this is the software that I used to make that video. Okay, now we're going to two things. I'm still going to be here. I'm going to go bottom right hand corner of the screen, that way around. I'm going to shrink myself, and I'm going to show you a piece of software which is due to come out of beta very soon, and I just love it. If I go there and go there, I shrunk. Okay, magically. On the screen now, up above me, is a piece of software called XSplit Presenter, which is new from the people who've done XSplit VCam, who do the background removal, XSplit VCam. This is XSplit Presenter. And this is a way of combining images, video, web pages, screen shares into a presentation. You can import your PowerPoint presentation. You can import a Google Slides into it, but I've created my own, and this is the software that I use to record the video that I've just shown you. Now, as we go through, two things are going to happen. The way I've set this up, that's the new Microsoft Surface Book 2, which I was talking about a moment ago. Underneath that, we have the Surface Book 3. Okay, and if you click the link in the carousel, that's the page it will take you to. Okay, and the thing I love about XSplit Presenter is that I can scroll down the page and I can talk about items that are on the page. Now, I don't normally talk against a page, but I'm showing you the software at the same time. So the software is XSplit Presenter. There's the computer that's on my wish list. The gimbal I may talk about later in the broadcast. This is the gimbal that I use for my mobile broadcasting at the weekends when Angelica and I go out and about touring the countryside. I actually take my gimbal with me and mobile phone, and I go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch as we tour National Trust and English Heritage properties in the UK. So think country houses, castles, the beautiful English countryside. We're able to walk around it, and I'll come back to your comments, Corinda. XSplit Presenter, Corinda's got to. I'm able to walk around the countryside, and I'm able to do photographs, images, video. And the video goes live to on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Back to me for a minute. A couple of hints. If you're doing mobile video, you do need a lapel microphone, and there's one down in the carousel. you do need a battery pack, and there's one down in the carousel. Okay, so a gimbal, battery pack, microphone, and I'll come on to those if we get to it later in this particular broadcast. I talk about it in most of the broadcasts I do. Back to me in again. Just to say that we're actually using, if I can find it, the software that I'm showing you is, Corinda's written it in the comments anyway, but it is XSplit Presenter. So I'll leave that on screen as I continue the journey through XSplit Presenter. So that's my gimbal of choice. It's very lightweight and it does exactly what I want it to do. Okay, this is my microphone and it's an Audio Technica AT2020. It is down in the carousel and I'm just going to highlight it down in the carousel. Just give me a second. Microphones are very important. Sound is very important. You want to keep people listening to you, even when they're surfing on other pages. So that microphone is now down in the carousel. And I love it. I mean, I got it 15 months ago. We've talked a lot about TP-Link, so I'm not going to press the point. It's just probably one of the best Wi-Fi systems around. And the next one, I haven't quite completed this one, but we are using XSplit Presenter to simply go from one slide to another. Okay, and this is my camera. It's a Logitech Brio 4K camera, video calling, noise cancelling microphone. It's got an inbuilt microphone. It's got auto light correction. It's got wide field of view. It works with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and BeLive. And it's now highlighted in the carousel. And I can tell you today, wow, come back to me for a minute. This is one of those wow moments. I've just looked at the pricing on the Brio, Logitech Brio. It is today, if you click the link in this broadcast, must click the link in the broadcast in the carousel. The price you see is the price you get. There's no change to the price. You take it to the Amazon.com page. You can buy it straight away if you wish, or you can look at any other cameras, but I love the Brio. And it is 25% off today. So it's $149.99. Normally, if you click the link in the carousel, you're saving $50, 25% off. Glad I noticed that. Makes a lot of difference. Whilst we're on, and Corinda reminded me about something which I'll do in a minute. We've not got the best internet yet. No, USA's got far better internet than we have. We can't all live near in the city because some of us like living in the countryside. Who made the book Name of the Rose? Umberto Eco. Umberto Eco is the author of Name of the Rose. The reason, you know, if you're watching me now live, thank you. Catcher in the Rye is America's book of choice. If you ask, well, as far as we Brits are concerned, you've all read Catcher in the Rye. Yeah. This is my equivalent to Catcher in the Rye, is Name of the Rose, which is down in the carousel at the moment. Corinda's been scrolling the carousel and he's found this book. Name of the Rose is, it's a story about power. It's a story about knowledge. It's set in a monastery. And if the name sounds familiar, then it's because there's a film of the book. And the film of the book is called Name of the Rose. And the star of the film is a gentleman called Sean Connery. After he was Bond, he starred in the film Name of the Rose. And I think that brings Corinda up to date. And right, okay. If you to find out the UK price, Corinda, because you click on the link and then change the .com to .co.uk. So right. First of all, when I just come back to me for a minute. Whenever I'm broadcasting, I deal in East Coast time because it's East Coast time that matters. With apologies to people in Centre Central or on the Pacific coast. I work off Eastern time. So when I go live, yeah, I go live on Eastern time. The other thing is that everything that we do in this broadcast on Amazon Live is in dollars. Okay, because I'm broadcasting on Amazon.com, and I'm grateful to be able to broadcast on Amazon.com. And after this broadcast, if you want to find other broadcasts, because there's a lot, we've got a group on Facebook of Amazon Live broadcasters, and there are 1,000 good people in there, all of whom broadcast on Amazon Live. And I enjoy. I'm going to admit this. I actually watch more video than I do, which is incredible, really. And I enjoy watching Amazon Live. I enjoy watching the different styles of presentation, because it ranges from broadcasts where you see this sort of presentation where you've got an inset Amazon page. Now I'm doing this because I'm demonstrating a piece of software to you. Okay, that's my excuse. Okay, and come back to that piece of software, and the final thing I'm going to show you using that software is the Fovitec reversible green screen, which you saw a little bit earlier when I went like this and like this. This is the Fovitec green screen. I'm going to find it in the carousel because we may as well, because we're here. If you have any questions, then please do ask. I'll tell you several stories in a moment, but right, okay. Fortunately, the green screen is green in the carousel, so it's easy to find than many things. This is the Fovitec green screen. I use this green screen for background removal. Okay, it's green on one side, it's blue on the other side. It's down the carousel at the moment. It is today $67.95, and it's a great investment because it means that I can do this. Okay, we'll go back to Expert Presenter in a minute. Okay, but it means that I can do this. I can put up an image. Okay, I can change my image. Now, I'm going to tell you how this works. Okay. First thing that happens with background removal software is that it removes your background. Right? And if I press OK, then this is me without a background. I know it looks black, but the background removal, and what it's done is it's decided where I am, and it's drawn a shape all around. Yeah. So that you can actually see me, and the background's gone. Now, the quality of background removal software varies. Okay, I use Expert Presenter. I've been using it since January 2019, and they keep improving it. There was just an update just before I came live. But now that the background's gone, then we can slide in another background. Yeah, and in a second, you will see, hopefully see, a familiar background. Hang on, I've broken it. Hopefully my oh good, yeah, right, okay, this is live broadcasting. Occasionally things are going to go wrong. I sometimes push it too far. So if you're looking for a program that's perfect, I'm getting there, I'm getting close, but it means that I can actually change my background. So I could be in Vegas. Yeah, now this is a great photograph for demonstrating something. There are a lot of different background removal softwares available. On the Mac, there's Ecamm. On PC, there is XSplit VCam, which is what I'm using. But on background removal, there are two things you've got to watch out for. Three. One is the clarity of the picture. Okay, now I'm broadcasting in 720p. I could go up to 4K, but I can't broadcast because I'm using the Brio camera. You've got to be able to move your hands. Now, how many fingers do you see? You see 10, hopefully. Yeah. If I move them about and I'm trying to get them on screen, Okay, you get the idea. You've got 10 fingers, and some software you don't get 10 fingers. So watch out for that. And the other thing is that works best with dark backgrounds, which is why I'm demonstrating with this background. Sometimes you get a line around your head, a white line, and it's not, it's just there. It's annoying. The other thing you can get is your hair blowing in a non-existent breeze. Okay, so background removal software requires a green screen. My green screen of choice, which you've just seen working, is down in the carousel. You are watching me on a Logitech Brio camera, which is down in the carousel. You're listening to an Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone. If you're a fellow Amazon Liver watching me now, and thank you if you are, I think that everybody who goes live on Amazon Live in their carousel should have their camera and microphone in the carousel, because they own it, they use it. It is relative to what they're doing. They're going live using that camera and microphone. Just saying. Okay. Right, over to Corinda and catch up. And the last question from Corinda is, what's the hour price? I don't know, Corinda, but if you go to the amazon.co.uk site, not now though, because we're on amazon.com. Right, before I stop screen sharing, I'm just going to take myself off full screen and say that this software is XSplit Presenter. I used it to create the video that we saw earlier, and I used it to create the video we're going to see in a minute. XSplit Presenter, it's in beta, you can apply for the beta, you can buy it. And all I can say is this is one of the rare occasions. I'm going to stop screen sharing because it's done its job. So I'm going to come back to me and I'm going to close it. Okay, it did its job. Okay, back to me. I'm going to take the title off. Okay, so we are. That's it. Okay, that was XSplit Presenter. A beautiful piece of software. XSplit do the background removal software. They do XSplit Presenter. They do two other products as well. I've got to say that I pay XSplit $5 a month to be able to use both sets of software. That has got to be the bargain of 2021. $5 a month to use any product in the range. XSplit Presenter works on, as you've just seen, Be Live. It works on Amazon Live. It works on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. It works on Zoom. It works on any broadcasting system that you can name can use XSplit Presenter because it's just seen as a virtual camera. Okay, so final reminder for XSplit Presenter. And that's it. Basically, just put into Google and you'll find. Okay, now Guy and I were reminiscing a moment ago. Oh yeah, shout out to Canva. Canva are doing all the graphics that I'm using. Or sorry, no, that's not strictly true, is it? Okay, let's hide that one. Okay, and we'll get there in a minute. Okay, if you're watching live, thank you. Brilliant. Unmute to actually hear my stories. And this card, I just got it on screen. One, because I can't tell you to unmute because you won't hear me. And the other thing is I've got a different story for every product in the carousel. So if you see the item in the carousel, you know I'm going to tell a story about it. I'm not just going to give you the dimensions of it or what power rating it is. I'm actually going to tell you that I use it daily, and this is why I enjoy using it, and these are the benefits. I love Canva for creating. If anybody uses Canva, then please do say. One thing about the chat, okay, whilst we're live, you can see the comments, okay. Once we're finished live, those comments disappear. On the replay of this video, there are no comments. Your comments are only visible whilst we're live. They disappear once we've stopped being live. So thank you to Canva for helping me to create the cards which go with the show. And the other thing, I want to say thank you. I'm going to hide that. I'm still on camera. If you're watching live and you're enjoying the broadcast, then please do follow. Followers are golden. I appreciate everybody who follows me. You will not get a notification direct from me. You just get a notification from Amazon. Amazon, the one who have your details. I will never be given your details. And in fact, I don't honestly know who follows me. But thank you for doing so. Because all that happens is you get notified by Amazon of the next live broadcast. If you're wondering what the spot is up there, that's the sun shining in the UK today. Yeah, November, and the sun's shining in the UK, a day for celebration. Right, now I told you a moment ago that I actually made the video for the device, the Wi-Fi device, but I also have another video, hopefully. And let me find it. Let's talk amongst yourselves for a second. I've got a video, and I know it's down here in the carousel. I've got a carousel too. My carousel's got different things in it, and I'm just going along to try and find something in my carousel. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up on screen, whilst I look for this, I'm looking for something else and I can't find it. So whilst I'm looking for it, I'm going to hide that, set myself off full screen, and I'm going to hide that. Okay, and I'm going to take you, I showed you earlier the Hohem gimbal, which is down in the carousel. That's it, the Hohem gimbal. What I enjoy doing, Angelica, my partner, and I go out at the weekends and we actually visit places in the UK. I'm about to take you on a short visit to Laycock Abbey. Laycock Abbey was, as the title suggests, an abbey. It is in Wiltshire in England, and it was the home of nuns until Henry VIII, King Henry VIII, dissolved the monasteries and the abbeys. The nuns had to go and live elsewhere, and the king gave Laycock Abbey to one of his earls as a reward for helping him in battle. Laycock Abbey then was in private hands, and it was then taken over by Mr. Fox Talbot. Mr. Fox Talbot, just go here. Mr. Fox Talbot took the first ever photograph back in the 1700s. If you've ever been in a photography lab and you've got developer, fixer and wash, this is before then. Henry Fox Talbot was a pioneer. He was the first person in the world to take a plate glass photograph. He's why we've got the cameras we have today. He started it. He was in competition with the French, but he came first. So you're about to see where Henry Fox Talbot lived and where the first ever photograph in the world was taken. So with that introduction, I'm going to put the video full screen and turn my microphone off. I will turn it back on, and I'm just going to come of the French, obviously. I would not be doing this today. And the museum, which is part of this estate, you can actually visit on your visit to Laycock. So not only are you getting the opportunity to see around a nunnery, but you're also getting the opportunity to see photographic history with cameras, incredibly, from the 1700s onwards. And this is one place you do want to visit. I've given you so many places for your bucket list. Now I'm going to try and go in here. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm putting my mask on. I'm going to give them a head start. And I don't know what's going to happen to the signal. So this may be a quick visit. In fact, do we go in here? Well, after they've moved the pram, we shall have a quick look, because I should be able to get through that archway and show you the cloisters here, because once we've gone through this bit, and just let them turn left. Okay, let's go for it. So this is the entrance to the Abbey, and I'm going to turn right here, and hopefully, yes, we've still got a Wi-Fi signal. This is the cloisters, and I remembered to unmute. That is Laycock Abbey. Now, every video that I show you is actually on YouTube. I can only, because this is not about showing you the whole video. Okay, so I show you a little bit of the video. If you want to see the whole video, after this broadcast, of course, you can go over to YouTube, type in my name, and you'll see I've got about 15 different videos using the Home gimbal, walking around places in Wiltshire, filming them for posterity, for my own enjoyment, and so that I can actually play them during my Amazon live broadcasts. So I'm going to hide that video, and you're left with me. I'm going to take my name off, because you know I am by now. Right, okay, just a quick recap then. I'm just going to go to the top. I'm broadcasting from, just let me do this, and I'm going to go for the logo, and this is the logo I'm going to show you. Right, I work for BeLive, be.live. If you've got any questions about BeLive, you can ask me now, or you can ask me later. BeLive means that I can play, as I just did then, a video that's actually on YouTube. I can show the cards that I've been showing all through this presentation. I can have virtual cameras, as I did with Expert Presenter. I can do everything I need to create a live broadcast from within. Okay, so this is not OBS, this is BeLive. Okay, and I can have up to 3 guests on screen. Speaking of which, I'm live on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern with Marco Novo from Portugal. He and I will be discussing live broadcasting. Marco will have his lights, Marco will have his Shure microphone. And talking of Shure microphones, if you want to hear Marco's Shure microphone, and it's down in the carousel now. Okay, Shure microphone is down in the carousel. When we start broadcasting, we start using the internal microphone on the PC. Okay, that's where we all begin. Just let me close a few things down. I'm preserving memory, mine as well as the Chrome browser. I mean, this is all running in the Chrome browser. And we go back to the Amiga days. Browsers? What's a browser? We were talking about Amigas and Commodore PETs earlier. That allows me to actually go live and do all this. Okay, so a quick recap. Let's go back to the beginning. You're watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen. Everything that's down the carousel, 75% of it I own. Whilst you're listening to me, please do browse the carousel. If you click an item in the carousel, you will pay the price that's shown in the carousel. Some of the items are actually on offer today. And let's go through the offers today so that you know, because the discounts don't show, the prices do. So I'm going back to the beginning of my carousel. I'm just making it the featured item. We may have talked about it, but I'm just going to go through so that we're all clear. Whilst I'm broadcasting live, there are special discounts available if you click the link in the carousel. Okay, now you do not pay any more. You're not buying it just because you clicked it. You're just going to look at it. Logitech Brio camera is today 25% off. It was $199.99. Today it's $149.99. The most widely used Logitech camera is Logitech C920 series. C920X is the one down in the carousel. Today it's $59.99, which is 14% off. Okay. Angelica used the Blue Snowball. Great microphone. And Angelica and I broadcast every Friday on Facebook at 9 a.m. Eastern normally. Blue Snowball today is 25% off. It's $59.99. Okay, now we're going to some things I haven't talked about today. I try to talk about different things in every show. I told you the other day about my Kindle Paperwhite. I love my Kindle Paperwhite. It's down in the carousel today, and today the Kindle Paperwhite is 31% off. So if you buy it by pressing the link in the carousel, you get 31% off. Just saying. Okay, these are genuine discounts. You're going to get a product demonstration now. Okay. Well, not a demonstration as such. This is my Fitbit. I'll put it over there so you can actually see it. And I'm going to turn it around. Okay, this is my Fitbit. I go up there. I'm not so good at demonstrating things live. That's why I make the recordings. This is my Fitbit. It's down in the carousel. I've used Fitbits for the last 8 years now. Basically, it's the way I keep fit. And it's the way that I dropped 4 stone is through walking, simply through walking consistently. And Fitbit is down in the carousel. It is on discount today. And today it is $59.95. It's 40. If you click link, this is amazing. I wish I saw a video yesterday where they had pop-ups coming all over the screen. I'm going to actually check that out. The video was by Owen Emsath. Owen's a good friend. Owen Video, you might know. And if you've seen anything on Facebook, you know Owen's involved somewhere. And Owen was showing how to do pop-ups on screen. And after this live broadcast, I'm going to go and find out more. I'm going to pause and everything on, because he had an angel sat on that shoulder and a devil sat on that shoulder, and it looks so good. I've got to go and do it. Anyway, back on Fitbit, which I'm modeling. Okay, I live by my Fitbit, and I've had 4 different Fitbits on. In general, could be realistic here the last 2 to 3 years. But when you actually get a Fitbit, you're becoming part of a community. There's a community on Fitbit.com, and the Fitbit.com community support each other, cheer each other on. So there are ladders of weekend challenges, weekday challenges. You can take part in a challenge, no cost. And I'm never going to be the top of a challenge. I generally try, as we in England say, it's the taking part that counts. Apart from at cricket, we're good at cricket. We are really good at cricket. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm an England fan, England cricket, and we're doing quite well in the T20 competition in Dubai at the moment. But that's by way of a diversion. Your journey community, you can take part in challenges, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I think with the Inspire that's down in the carousel, you actually get a 3 years premium membership of Fitbit.com with a whole load of extras. So Fitbit for the walk, Fitbit for walking, Fitbit for keeping fit. I know there are others out there, but Fitbit is my weapon of choice. Right, okay, and just to reiterate, it's $59.95, which is 40% off. Okay. Now we're going through things which have got something off, and the next one, you're in for another live demonstration. You ready for this? Okay, I need to put I'm getting tied. Okay. I'll go over here. What do you think this is? I'll go over here. Oh, there. Okay. It's worth watching just for the demonstrations, isn't it? This is a Microsoft Arc mouse down the carousel at the moment. It's on discount. I'll tell you what the discount is in a second. The thing I love about this mouse is it just fits in the palm of your hand. It's perfect. How do you switch it on, you ask? This is how you switch on a Microsoft Arc mouse. That's it. And the blue light comes on. The blue light goes off when the batteries run out. And they've got a good life, by the way. But that's the Arc mouse. It's ergonomically, it fits perfectly in the palm of your hand. The buttons, they're on. Yeah, just right. Okay, a mouse is a mouse is a mouse. It works. It's Bluetooth. And so this being a Microsoft mouse, I'm on Windows 10. You might be on Windows 11 if you're daring enough. Then basically with this mouse, you can control everything that happens. Okay, and it works. It simply works. I mean, a mouse is a mouse, but this feels, it just feels right. Okay, so back to my iPad. And this is my iPad. Okay, well, the iPad case. The Microsoft mouse today is 30% off. So if you are in the market for a mouse, click the Microsoft mouse down in the carousel. You'll be taken to the product page. Now, whilst you're on the product page, and let's just change something up. Let's have a bit of variety. Whilst you're on the product page, that's not what I want. That's better. Whilst you're on the product page, you'll see comparisons mouses. You'll see comparisons of mice, and also you may well see this video because I'm highlighting the Microsoft Surface mouse. I may now be on its page on Amazon.com, which is the wonderful thing about Amazon Live. And thank you for watching. And Daphne, brilliant. Daphne, hello. Just a minute, got to celebrate. Daphne's got a mouse exactly like this one. Hello, Daphne, nice to meet you, and thank you for watching live. Let's celebrate Microsoft's Arc mouse, which today is 30% off. If you click the link in the carousel, please do. Okay, I'm going to come back to my background of choice. Thank you, Daphne, and thank you for commenting. It's absolutely brilliant that you're actually commenting. And short story before I carry on with the discounts today. I love live broadcasting because of the networking aspect and the comments that actually take place. I mean, I'm come from the world of Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and broadcasting to my website. And Amazon Live is something different, something special. And I treasure every comment that's made on Amazon Live during the live broadcast. And I thank you for that. The other thing I do say is that the comment, I can see the comments after you've broadcasted, after I finished broadcasting. On the replay of this, and there will be a replay, that's a good thing about Amazon Live. On the replay, there is no chat. So the chat and comments you make now just vanish, poof, into the air. Just saying, okay. And Daphne, thank you. Made my day. Helped make my day. Okay, so we're just checking for discounts. It's great when I can actually feature an Amazon product. Amazon do so many things right, and the Amazon Fire Stick has saved us. We had an old Samsung TV. Samsung help us out by taking apps off. So we lost YouTube, we lost Amazon Prime. Two choices. Buy a new television or get a Fire Stick. We got a Fire Stick. The Fire Stick today is $24.99, which is 50% off. So the Fire Stick at the moment is 50% off. If you've got an older TV, and this is the thing, older, 3 or 4 years old, that's old. That's ancient as far as TVs are concerned. And mine's 5 years old before you start. And we had 5-year-old television, plug the Fire Stick into it. We've now got Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, BBC iPlayer, and it's all $24.99 today. So do look at the Fire Stick. We're still going through the carousel. And the next one that's a discount off. Do you want me to? I can't really. No. Okay. Is the tripod. Just give me a second. What I'm going to do, because I'm determined to actually show you this, I'm going to take hold of this and I'm going to bring it here. Now, I can't actually show it to you fully, so you'll have to bear with me a moment. But as it's on 10% discount today, this is a stand for an iPad. and it moves. Okay, it's got 3 legs. You can go up to 5 feet high with it, and it's featured in the carousel today. It's brilliant if you want to take your iPad and you want to broadcast using your iPad. This is perfect for it because you can have 2 feet high, 3 feet high, 4 feet high, 5 feet high with a stand. Now, there's not much I can say about the stand. It is a very solid construction. It's a tripod base. It comes in 4 sections. Even I was able to put it together. So if I can do it, I always say, oh, I don't want to drop it. Okay. If I can do it, then you can do it as well. Okay. Coming back to the screen. Okay. So that's the iPad stand, which is absolutely brilliant. And the other discount, I've got to show you this. The other discounted item. Again, I can't really demonstrate it. It suggests that we actually demonstrate on screen. This is a Microsoft Surface Pen to go with my Microsoft Surface Book 2, which you saw earlier. This just works. I mean, if I can find it. This is always the problem. Let me bring this up on screen. I'm trying to do something. Men multitasking is not a good idea. I'm going to bring it up on screen. I'm going to take myself off full screen. And hopefully next to me. Okay. It looks like I'm stuck. Okay, never mind. This is the pen for the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Is all I'm saying. Right, also on discount today. I'm going through the carousel. I'm telling you what's on discount. And I've seen a comment coming in. Thank you for the comment. And TP-Link Deco we've already had down in featured. It's 13% off today. Right, okay. My book of the day, my book of every day is Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco, the film star Sean Connery. It's down in the carousel. It's the featured item. It's 41% off today. It's my catch in the rye. I read this book every year without fail. It's a story of knowledge. If ever you had the feeling that knowledge is power, then read this book. It's set in a monastery in Italy in the 11th, 12th century. And the monastery is the home of the monks. And the monks have one job, which is they work in a scriptorium. They are given the task of actually writing books, copying books. This is the time before the printing press, before Caxton's printing press. This is how books used to be made 1,000 years ago. Somebody used to have the original on the left-hand side and do the copy on the right-hand side. And the manuscripts that the monks produced are among the most beautiful ever, illustrated manuscripts. And at the Abbey that features in the Name of the Rose book was a library, and the library is full of knowledge. Only the monks are allowed to read. The monks and the earls are allowed to read. The common people are not allowed to read. All the knowledge is stored in one place. It is a fascinating novel, Name of the Rose, and the film, of course, starred Sean Connery. Okay, and thank you to Crinder. And Crinder's saying, did you mention about the green screen? Yes, and it all sounds the same. We can't see it. It's a Fovitec reversible. It is. Thank you for the description, Crinder. It is down the carousel. To everybody who's watching me live at the moment, thank you. Just to recap, this is lights, camera, action. And I'll take that off. And I am. That's not working either. I've got buttons not working. I've got a problem. Okay, never mind. So the rest of the show, you're going to have to just put it with me. Okay. Right. So where are we going from here? And thank you for watching me live. I've got a little problem, but That's part of the course. If everything goes right in a live broadcast, then something's definitely gone wrong. I mean, that's the thing I love about live broadcasting, is that it's the challenges. And I'm just trying to show that image on screen, and I don't know what yeah, okay, don't let that bother me. Okay, so I think we've finished the carousel. I've gone through everything that's on discount at the moment, and I think we've covered most of the items down the carousel. I've got the LED lights down in the carousel at the moment. If you want to know more about those, then do join Marco Novo from Portugal and I. We're live on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, so you'll be able to see those lights in that broadcast. I'm going to close some other things down. I don't know what's going on. Okay, just give me a second. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I'm going to go here, and hopefully this will work. Or I'm not going to go here. I can't. I mean, my studio's gone on strike. Okay, so we're going to do everything. I can't actually do anything about it because I'm live, and I want to show things on screen, and I don't want to disappear. Okay, I'm just going through the carousel. So just to say that I'm using a Logitech Brio camera, which is down in the carousel, and the microphone I'm using, you're listening to, is the Logitech AT2020. Right, so we've looked at OneStream Live. That's how I'm broadcasting here today, and I use XSplit VCam for my background removal. So my software for doing this bit is XSplit VCam. Okay, I redesigned my whole set for this broadcast, and for all November broadcasts I'm on this theme, and I'm just going to scroll. That seemed to have, I don't know whether I've actually freed something or not. Let's find out. Try and bring that in the stream. Okay, that's my mouse gone. I'm going to do my mouse again. Just a minute. Does that work? I just wonder whether it's my mouse or not. Okay, so OneStream Live, XSplit VCam, and I'm back again tomorrow. Right, I'm back again at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and I shall have some new things and some old things with me. I'll show you how we actually go live on the website, because I'm live today on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and my website. So I'm going to concentrate on website broadcasting tomorrow. If you're interested in that, if you'd like to know how to broadcast on your website, I will show you step by step how to do it. And I am live on my website at the moment, and in all those other places, thanks to the software I'm using, which is OneStream Live. And I showed you a demonstration earlier of XSplit Presenter. It's all in recording if you want to go back. What I try and do in these broadcasts is hopefully be entertaining. That's your decision. Educational. I make videos for a living, training people how to use broadcasting software. So that's my pleasure. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined me in this broadcast. I talk about in these broadcasts cameras, microphones, lighting, and headphones, everything to do with live broadcasting. The items I'm talking about, I actually own, which means that I'm talking from experience. So this is a super review. Well, that's your choice as well. But what I'm doing is giving my personal opinion on items I've actually used. So it's been my pleasure. And just to confirm, if you come in late, My interests include desktop and mobile broadcasting, live selling, and broadcasting to our websites. That's what I'm all about. And if you've got questions, just ask in the comments. I mean, I thank you for the comments that you've actually made during today's live broadcast. Okay. And I do appreciate your time. I appreciate that you've actually come along and watched Stephen from England. And broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message on social media. I teach people how to do that. I can teach you how to do that. It's been my pleasure to broadcast live today. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Corinda for the help. Guy, if you're still there, enjoy your day. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Goodbye for now. I think I did it right.